I got the glutes, I got the calves, I got the abs. I got the glutes, I got the calves, I got the abs. It's time to get lit, it's time to get fit. Let's meal prep and get it in, get it in. Transformation, freedom, and they're the most heaven. Let's hit the gym and get fit, get fit. Well, hello. It is Tina with Tina, with Enriched by Tina, here to help you get your whole life together, mind, body, and soul, as I get mine together in real life, real time. Good morning, Mother Shirley. So good to see you. I'm trying to get myself together here in just a second. I'm still here. I got to get myself together right quick. So it's so good to see everybody. Is everybody coming on in? And let me get my screen together. Get myself together over here. So great morning. Woo! The morning came really fast this morning. Okay. And I'm learning that listen, you got to go to bed. And so I went to bed earlier than I normally go to bed. And so therefore I'm you know how you went to bed early and then it's like it's too early, like you got too much rest. So here we are. And so I went to bed. I forgot to eat something. So I was like, "Ooh, let me get something in my stomach this morning." Because I was feeling a little something, but that's okay. I'm back. I had to get me a little pump up this morning. Good morning, Keisha. So good to see you. And so y'all know I'm drinking this water and I'm gonna mind my business as we dive in, and we're on day 14 of making better choices rooted in Christ. Good morning, Dr. Lejeune. So good to see you. And so we have to be mindful and all these things. And what it says, stay alert, be watchful, be prayerful. Good morning, Mother McKnight. And so when we start thinking about everything that's happening in the world today, it's so many things, so much stuff that distractions are everywhere. Good morning, Damon. So good to see you. They're everywhere, but we get the victory when we stay alert. And so we're coming from 1 Peter 5:8 that reminds us about being alert. And so I'm gonna just go on over here now to the children's Bibles. And so it says, control yourself. This is 1 Peter 5:8. Control yourselves and be careful. The devil is your enemy, and he goes around like a roaring lion looking for someone to eat. Refuse to give. This is, I'm gonna go over into 9. Refuse to give in to the devil. Stand strong in your faith. You know that your Christian brothers and sisters are all over having the same sufferings that you are. So right there, it's letting us know, and Damon gave it to us in the KJV, and it says just like that. He's seeking. He walking to and fro. He's being very vigilant. He said, "Be sober," meaning we need your mind together. We don't need you here, there, and everywhere on everything, doing everything, and we want you to be vigilant. And so, because we have an adversary, we have an enemy that's looking to devour us, to eat us up, and to get us off our game. And so when we start thinking about, and we've been thinking about what we've been thinking about, um, um, hold on, Steve wanna talk about some updates. No, we don't need all that right this moment. Um, and so when we're thinking about what we've been thinking about and how we've been doing, good morning, Teresa. We have to be very, very careful that we don't let him get us distracted off our game. Like just like that right there was getting ready to take me. I'm getting ready to try to figure out something because he is getting us off our game, and he doesn't want us like don't be intoxicated. Y'all know what it's like to be intoxicated. I some I don't know about any of you all that's listening, but that was my vice. I ain't do some of that other stuff. Everybody else tried all of that stuff, but I was a drinker. So don't be intoxicated. And um when you're intoxicated, you don't necessarily your mind, and you're not as sharp. Good morning, Tanya. So good to see you. Your judgment is a little off, and all these kinds of things. So he's telling us, be sober, be alert, be ready, because we have an adversary, we have an enemy that is seeking to devour. And so we have over here in Gen Z, when it says stay focused. Okay, so be alert, stay focused, don't be intoxicated, be clear on what you're supposed to be doing, because we have an enemy. So he says, and stay aware. So I don't know about you all, but when you are aware, and your awareness, like for me, I have to be mindful of not doing this just mindless eating, right? Because I'm on a journey to, getting my life back together, getting my health back together. And, you know, I'm not trying to be skinny, but I want to be healthy. Like I want to get some of this weight up off me, because when you have weight on you, and when you think about weight, physically weight, and a weight of things that's on you, it can drain you. It can slow you down. It can distract you if you having all these things. That's right, we need to stay awake and stay woke, as they say. Stay woke, power to the people. And so when you think about all these things that's pulling and tugging on you, it distracts you, and then therefore you're not on your God-given assignment. And so when you think about resisting temptation of some things, and people, places, and stuff, you have to start saying, okay, he's saying, be sober, be vigilant, stay alert, be aware, because that is our first line of defense. Because if you don't know what's up against you, you don't know how to maneuver when the enemy comes, because it almost like you're blindsided. Like, who am I alone? That's what I'm saying. I don't like to be blindsided. Is there anybody else that, like, if something come at you and it's like catch you completely, like, come out of nowhere? It is, am I the only one? And how do you feel when you blindsided? That's what I want to know. Like, if you get blindsided, like somebody just give you the 1 2, okay, doke, you wasn't even expecting it. How do you feel when you are blindsided? Y'all, I got to get this water in. Believe it or not, when I drink my water, my body, is more, it responds, and it moves better. Um so I don't know if anybody can't say anything at the moment in the chat. I'm gonna move on. But when for me, if I'm blindsided, it takes me off my game. It throws me for a loop. It makes me feel a type of way, and then my character sometimes gets shifted. I may not be operating in some of the things that I should be, because now I done got thrown off my game because you done gave me the okie doke. So first thing I want to say to you this morning, when we're talking about being sober and being alert, be spiritually alert. Like, be alert and have a sober mind, because when you are dealing with an enemy who don't fight fair, the devil is like a, y'all know how the cats be kind of walking and looking around, and it's like, I'm gonna say it like this. When they say the man is on a prowl, when they say a man is on a prowl, that means he's seeking you out. Like, when y'all hear that, oh honey, he prowling honey today. He look like, it's like it's a strategic move, because he's trying to capture you, woo you, and get and bring you in. Yes, you get now, Jock, you better say that. I get frustrated. Me too. I get mad. So when somebody's on the prowl, so when you think about the enemy is on the prowl, he is coming back. And I don't know if y'all I have watched a lion when they're on their way, getting ready to get their opponent. They're getting ready to attack. They kind of walking and they kind of moving and trying to figure out, because I got one shot to get you, and so you don't get away. So when I move and I strike, I got to be precise on that thing. It's an intentional hunt. You better come on here, Jock. Yeah, very intentional. So when the enemy is coming after you, he's already watching your every move. And that's the thing. If you're not spiritually alert out here in these streets, baby, he already watching. He already know what you're about. Already know what you're getting ready to do before you know you get ready to do it. He already 2, 3, 4 steps ahead of you. That's why you got to be alert, because awareness is your first line of defense. And that was one of the things that my therapist said to me, like, you don't know what you are coming up against if you're not aware of stuff. Like, if you're not keeping it before you, like, there are certain things. She said, I don't want you to harp on it, but I want you to be aware. Like, I want you to start thinking, when you start feeling a type of way, when you start getting all wrapped up in your emotions that you can't function, be aware of what's around you and who you've been around and what you've been doing. Because if you are not careful, things and places and people that you're around, can contribute to whatever your state of being is. And if you're not in the best mental state, and you with 5 other people and they ain't in the best mental state, it attaches itself to you. And if you're not aware of these things, then you start feeling the type of way when you get home in the midnight hour and there's nobody there with you, and you start trying to figure this thing out, like, why am I feeling the way that I'm feeling? What have I been going? You have to then know, okay, you had me around her, and she going through this, and I picked up this from her, got this from this one over here, that one over there. And so you have to be mindful of those things. So when you are not alert and you are not in the right state of mind spiritually, you may not need to go around a whole lot of people that's got a lot of stuff going on. Okay? Because you better say this, friend, your environment impacts you. And so you have to be careful. You have to be spiritually alert. Although, that's when it brings me to when it talks about in Romans 12 and 1 and 2, when it talks about, I beseech you that, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present yourself, your body and I'm paraphrasing, and then, don't be conformed to this world, because whatever we do, we have to be very, 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 very careful. Right there, picking up their trauma and their drama, and you coming back home, and then if those of you that if you don't live alone and you live with somebody, then whoever you were living with, you coming home acting a whole complete fool on them, and you trying to figure out, they looking at you like, well, where in the world did this come from? Because you've been with Lottie Dottie and everybody, you done picked up all this kind of stuff. And then if you're not alert, and you're not spiritually, and you don't have your mind on the things that God have for you, and then you don't begin to cast those things out and begin to say, no, devil, you're not attaching this to me. I have fought, I have gone through therapy, I done been to the deliverance service. I'm not taking this back on no more. Okay. I can't take on all this stuff. And I'm not gonna feel, you're not gonna make me feel the type of way, because you still yoked up too. And sometimes we have that guilty stuff on us, because we free, but our homegirl ain't free, our homeboy, he ain't free. But so now we're gonna be bobbed back up. No, and that brings me to my second point. We're gonna stay firm in our faith. Like, whatever God has done, who the Son has set free is free indeed. Y'all know I'm on the journey to free her. And baby, when God get through with me, when God get through with me, baby, I'm not gonna get yoked back up with nothing else or nobody else's stuff. Period. And if you coming with it, that's all I'm gonna say. If you coming with something, and I see it up on you, because the Lord is really, really beginning to sharpen up these spiritual eyes of mine, and I'm seeing a little more, and I'm beginning to see people's hearts and mindset and things. And when I just see, baby, that's just a spirit. I'm like Mother Nash now, baby. That's a whole spirit, and it need to be cast out. And you need to go through. If y'all haven't gotten that book, I'm telling you, that book is something interesting, and it ain't for the faint of heart. And I always tell people, okay, better know what you're getting yourself into when you go head on. Cause baby, that you start dealing and dabbling with deliverance and different spirits and casting out different things, you have to be ready, ready. And speaking of that, I don't have a flyer. I'm not there, but there is an event, and I don't even know if we have any more. Now something I got in my eye. See how things do. Now he know I gotta see these notes. And now, but that's okay, because that's why I say you gotta have a word down here in your heart for times just like this, when he trying to mess with me and get something all in, all focus. Can't see the notes, but you have to be ready and have it hid right down in your heart. And so it's something called the servant's pour. I'm not for sure if there's any more tickets or anything, but if you did sign up, come ready. Um, come ready to see what the Lord has for you, because um it's gonna be a mighty, mighty, mighty powerful service, 2-day service. And you got to be prayed up, because it's gonna be a deliverance service. So don't it's not just a little cutesy thing. We come in there a servant's pour. I mean, it means being poured into. And if things are not on the up and up, then you all know Ov, Vosh, her ministry, and Apostle Nicole Bonds, and their ministry together. They have two separate ministries, and then they come together, and they are a dynamic duo. I have seen them afar. I've never been. I've been in the presence of Apostle Nicole Bonds, and I know her ministry. I've seen Vosh ministry virtually. So this will be my first time experiencing her in the flesh, in person. And if what I've seen virtually is anything, it'd be phenomenal virtually. So I know that the two of them together, and I've experienced apostles in person, and the two of them together and the dynamic power that it does, it's gonna be amazing time. And so I'm not for sure if there, like I said, if it seats out, I'll have to look at the link and click and see. But and I'll put the flyer up. That is a service you don't want to miss. And I'm telling you, good morning, Tony. It's so good to see you, cuz. Keisha, so good to see you. And that service is going to, you come ready for a pour, for a washing, for a thorough cleansing in the Holy Ghost. And so when you know that, you have to be alert and you have to know what's around you. And sometimes you have to be, as Keisha said it, this is clear. You have to be the one to change that atmosphere, because when you're around a whole lot of people and doing these things, and yes, we must take responsibility and stay firm on it. So we have to be put on that whole armor. We just can't be out here willy-nilly. And I have to be honest, sometimes I've been out here not ready, not even dressed for the battle. Because when you come in and when you're doing something for God, hear me, and you make a change to going from doing the foolish things that you used to do, you know he coming for you. Like he said, he like the enemy, the devil, he's like a lion coming right after you. Why? Because you have something to offer. There is something down inside of you that he's trying to keep you from getting to your next. And so that's why all these distractions comes. That's why something, every time when you get closer to God, you're trying to make a move, you're trying to go in the next direction. Here comes something, foolishness, something crazy to distract you, to get you off your game. And so you have to be aware, you have to be alert, you have to say, okay, I see how you coming today. You ain't playing right today. Oh, this is what you're doing. And for me, it's always like I get he tested me on my job. And I'm like, because you know what? He's like, yeah, because if I get her to show out and act the whole fool, then she not gonna be that witness. She not gonna be able to do the things that you do. So when we put on that whole armor of God, listen, she said it, a whole attitude. Why? Because he wants to keep us yoked up in bondage. When you over here doing whatever you want to do, acting a fool, ain't even studying God, it seems like you winning. But the one time, when the minute you start making some changes and making some shifts, here he come, and trying to wear you out. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to get you where you won't stand, where you will not be able to stand. So that's why Ephesians 6:11 said, put on the whole armor. I mean, you have to be covered from your head all the way down. Don't leave nothing unturned, because he is not playing fair. And the thing is, he already know he's lost. And that's the thing we have to remember. It's a fixed fight. If you got Jesus, you winning. And as my friend Teresa, her favorite scripture, one of them in Isaiah 60:22, when the time is right, the Lord will make it happen. But don't be not worried. Don't be worried. Don't be not dismayed. God is not mocked. So if you out there and you got some good seeds out there, whatsoever man soweth, that shall he also reap. So if you in the midst of what you got going on, don't lose hope. Don't do like your friend here. Don't pop off, because when you pop off, you get distracted. It take you off your game. Then you got to start all the way back over. You don't cover so many grounds. And then here he come to distract you, to get you to cut up. Like he tried to get me to cut up yesterday. And I just was cool and calm, because there was a situation that was done, and it was done, and I didn't like it. And so I just went ahead on and done my part. And I said, I talked about it a little bit at a little bit, but then I said, shut your mouth, because you saying this, you giving fuel to the enemy. So then he gonna keep planting little stuff, getting little stuff, saying little stuff. Your coworker's gonna say this. What do you think about that? Well, girl, I would address it. Oh, I would say something. Or I would do this. and blah, blah, this. And then by the time you get to something else, then your supervisor or whoever the next target might be, say one word, poof, you done went off. And guess what? The enemy has won. He has won. And that's all he was trying to do, was to get you to get distracted, to get you to, because if you done got you some strength over here, now he's saying, oh, let me see. What can I do to backtrack? Because she getting too close to what God got for her or him. Let me get her off course. Let me put in a little monkey wrench here. You see what I'm saying? So that's why we have to be careful. Good morning, Mother Patricia. Yeah, that's exactly what he wants us to think. And when he get us thinking that's thinking, he done won. But then my last point, and I'm going to get on out y'all's way, we have to resist him. James 4:7 says to submit yourself then to God and resist the devil, meaning you don't give him you don't give him nothing to run with. Because see, all they have to do is say, girl, did you hear such and such? Did you hear what happened? Girl, no, what? Shut your mouth and say it ain't so. Now you know that wasn't da 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 da. Then there you end up being wheeled into it. So when we start thinking about resisting the temptation, even when it's with your home girl, sometimes we can be terrible when we together. Am I the only one? Good morning, Mother Faye. So good to see you. Am I the only one that sometimes you got somebody that you feel comfortable with, and y'all just boom? Is it just me, or is there people that you feel more comfortable that then you'll say what everybody else been thinking, and then y'all get this whole conversation? Sometimes you have a whole little grapevine. Is it just me, and y'all gonna leave me out here? You know what? I got so tickled just now because I thought about, in the scene, and Ike and Tina, he telling you gonna leave me like all the other suckers. You gonna leave me? And you know what? He used that right there, that power of manipulating Tina, and he knew he wasn't treating her right. I mean, beating her because it was Tuesday, and then he gonna have the nerve to tell her, you gonna leave me like all the other suckers, everybody else I done made famous. You gonna leave me? I'm just saying, y'all gonna leave me out there like that? Okay, I see it's not just me. We feel more comfortable, and we have to be careful when we're in those conversations, because then those conversations become covenant relationships, and those covenant relationships, now you feel comfortable, and then every time you come around, you're talking about this situation, you're talking about that, and then now you all now have made a pact. And now when you see clicks and you see things and you see people that they're more familiar with each other, you form that same group too. You know what? This is a moment that I'm gonna drink my water and mind my business, because you actually have formed a clique too. It's just not out in front. Eat the cake, Anna May. Mm, mm, mm. And I think that was her turning point. Believe it or not, everybody laughed. I think that right there was starting to be the turning point of Tina saying, you know what? He ain't gonna change. And she loved him more than she loved herself. And sometimes that's us. We love the things, we love the stuff more than we love ourselves. And sometimes that stuff and those situations is a whole distraction. But the enemy knows how to pull on our heartstrings. So he knows where to get you. He knows what to put in front of you to, if it become the matter of your heart. Every time you gonna follow that. And sometimes if we're not careful, these emotions will get us in a whole situation that is nothing but a distraction. Because when you think about it, if your homegirl or your homeboy call you and the enemy knows how you attach to somebody, because I had a friend, no matter what, if she called and needed something, I was there. Finally, I had to pull back and say, wait a minute. You're not her God. She got to pull out her own faith. And when you start making the decision and stop taking in the things that's distracting you, when you start making that move towards, I'm not getting involved, this is when you'll find out what they say. You'll mess around and find out. You mess around and find out that this person, this thing, this situation has been a setup from the enemy and has been distracting you off of what you're supposed to be doing. Because that's what his job is, to kill, steal, and destroy. Because he don't want you to get to what God got for you. And when I start grasping that, this journey to free her, baby, became more real and more saying, you need to get free from this, that, them, all of this, because all of these things is distracting you from what God wants you to do. And people say, well, you changed. No, I just decided I'm not getting ready to let nobody distract me and go down a rabbit hole based on something that you think I should be doing. And see, when people don't respect your boundaries, that's a problem. You have boundaries. If we wasn't supposed to have boundaries, there would not be boundaries to go. Come on here, Rem Penny. And that's what he's doing. He's walking back and forth and he's looking for the window of opportunity to say, boom, have you considered distracting my faith? Have you just considered distracting Reverend Penny? Get her off her game so she can't get that word into the people on Sunday. Have you considered my Patricia? Have you considered Jock? Have you considered Tony? Have you considered Damon? Like, I mean, seriously, these are the things that you have to wonder. Have God consider? Have you considered my servant Keisha? And he will get the very thing that's got you like, and right there at your heart. And we have to begin to say, and after that, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. So we have to be careful of what we're entertaining, who we're entertaining, and what that we're letting it get us in a whole thing. Now this is whole conversation. They talked about this last night. Free yourself from distractions, because they coming, and they coming quicker than quick, and they coming so quick, so fast, so subtle. You don't even know because you're not sober, because you caught up. Like when you get caught up in something else and you get all entangled in whatever somebody else's emotion, you have to say, wait a minute, baby, stop. What's the real problem here? It's not that. It's not them. You got something going on inside of you. So today, I want you to take some time, however much time you got. I ain't even giving you no limit. If you got 1 minute, if that's all you got, or some of you got 30, because guess what? This be distracting us. That strolling distracts us. TV distracts us. So you can you spend your time on what you want to spend your time on. Listen, She said it like this: we have to stop, drop, roll, and because guess what? You on fire with the wrong stuff. We got to get on fire with Jesus. And so some of us need to stop, drop, and roll and run and get away from it, because he is trying to. So when you start thinking about the areas where you are being distracted spiritually, and you know, only you know these things. And as we do these exercises, y'all, that's what's getting you free. Like when you start thinking about this stuff and really do the work. Like I ain't want to do the work. I just want to be boom and it's there. But in order for me to be free, I got to do the work. And that's what I started doing. That's why I went, and that's why I got me. I had a therapist, and she's just, now she's just like as on a need to basis. But I was meeting up with her weekly because, baby, I was going through some stuff, and in order for me to we had to get to the root of the matter, so then I could start healing. Then I could make my way to freedom. But you can't get free if you bogged down, and you don't know what's bothering you, and you mad with the world, and you don't know how to handle these emotions and all these types of things. And then next thing you know, you vomiting and bleeding all over the wrong person. So take some time, then replace distractions with prayer, worship, or some scriptures, and begin to declare the word of the Lord over you. Because if we're not careful, we will definitely get distracted. Wow, she said there was a way while she was up. God has a way of letting us know you're not alone. You right, Mother Patricia. We're all in this together. So we have to begin to, the enemy is not playing fair. We got to begin to gird up our loins. We got to begin to bear down in prayer. Because when I think about 5 years ago, this time of the year, we were still in the global pandemic. We were on lockdown. We were still in curfew. We could go out just a little bit, but not a whole lot. And some of us found God in the midst of the pandemic. And so when I start thinking about, in a couple of weeks, it will be 5 years whenever Pastor Leah started the Sister Circle. Because we didn't start at the beginning of August. It was midway. And she started going live in a closed Facebook group. And y'all remember that, because each month we would invite, then we start a new group until we, when you know better, you do better. Just, okay, let's get one group. Because some of the people that first started out never, some people just stop getting at it. But then when we got to a point where we said, let's stop and hold, and then we just stayed in the other thing and just named it something else. And then it began to grow and expand. And then now it's in, what do you see now? And so many lives was changed, so many things great from that ministry. And like I said, I'm forever grateful, because it's my anniversary this month, as well as the Sister Circle of rededicate my life back to Christ. So when I think about what could have been, what all the distractions from when I decided I was going to quit, brought me to this point to where we are now. Had I stayed out distracted, but then the Lord caused a global pandemic, and then started the Sister Circle, reignited what God had already started in me, because he said, he that begun a good work in you shall perform it. So everything that he had already done was already in me. I just got distracted for some years. And I thank God that he didn't take me out while I was distracted. So if we're going to make better choices, we're going to stay rooted in Christ, we got to stay alert. We have to be ready, because it's a war out here. And that's all I got this morning, y'all. I don't know what he's doing, but I'm gonna obey him. And so that's why you need to be in the building because we are clothed in royalty. This is the theme. Ready for the battle. We got to be ready because we have an enemy who is trying to kill, steal, and destroy us. And so if you have not gotten your ticket yet, you need to just come on. I know it's like early bird is gone, but that's okay. The Lord will make a way. So that's all I have this morning. And I want y'all to remember, we have an enemy who is coming after you. Yes, you. So you better be ready. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. And I'll see y'all tomorrow morning.
Baby, now tell me exactly how you feel. I'm just trying to keep it real. Let me love you on the inside, love you on the inside. Tell me exactly what you mean. You mean everything to me. Let me love you on the inside.